Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. My name is Caroline and I'm a Strategic Customer Success Manager here at Smartsheet. Before we start the presentation, just a quick legal slide to mention that this presentation may contain forward-looking statements. Any trademarks are not endorsements. So hi again. As I said, my name is Caroline. I actually joined Smartsheet 5 months ago at the start of May. My role here is to help the organization I work with leverage Smartsheet to achieve their business goals, make sure that they have the right support, resources, and guidance needed, and offer methodology and best practices. So today we're looking forward to a fantastic session with Delivery Hero. Founded in 2011, Delivery Hero is actually one of the world's largest online food service, operating across over 40 markets with over 27,000 employees, and recently joined the DAX 30, which is the 30 major German companies trading on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. I've had the opportunity to work with Delivery Hero to build a comprehensive work management platform to empower the employees to work smarter and more efficiently, especially given their exponential growth. So today, I'd like to introduce Thomas. Thomas is a senior project manager and one of our champions at Delivery Hero. He's basically leading the way for Smartsheet to become an integral tool at Delivery Heroes and continues to find new ways to transform Delivery Heroes with Smartsheet. So thank you so much, Thomas, for taking the time to share your story.
Thank you, Caroline. For introduction, my name is Tomasz Kowalski. I'm Polish. I started working in Delivery Hero in September 2019, and since then I'm a Smartsheet champion. I was asked by Smartsheet to prepare a short presentation about my championship, which I did with pleasure. So today I would like to present you with a presentation on what I called From Zero to Hero, how to expand Smartsheet by 1,200% in 1 year. So before I start I would like to tell you a bit more about my adventure with Smartsheet so far. So it all started when I was working in Cisco systems. From 2014 to 2017, I was working on Smartsheet. But at this time, it was only like half of the features of the Smartsheet that I was using at this time, because when I was leaving Cisco in 2017, I never used reports or the dashboards. Smartsheet for me were only the action logs that I was using when I was discussing my projects with the customer. Also, when I started working with Smartsheet again in 2019 in Delivery Hero, I noticed that there are no tabs inside of the system, and the tabs are only in the browser, which was like big no for me at the beginning, but I already got used to that. After Cisco, I went to ABB and after that to Mirantis. I was pretty desperate to have Smartsheet again and work on them as a project manager. I even organized a presentation for the Smartsheet for our PMO in Mirantis. Initially, there was agreement to implement the system, but after a while, we decided that we have no budget for it. As I said, I was pretty desperate, so I also wanted to invest in my own license of Smartsheet. But when I learned that for $20, I can only run 10 sheets at a time, for me, it was a small ripoff. So in 2019, as I mentioned before, I started working in Delivery Hero. And during my onboarding with my manager, when I learned that Smartsheet is being used as a project management tool, it was actually the best news ever for me. Short after I joined Delivery Hero, we had a training with AMX, and Sebastian Pasch, who is the owner of this company, just empowered me to be a champion. So thanks to him, I managed to change our system that was currently used over there to the one that is run now on Smartsheet. The Smartsheet is the main tool in our PMO, and my goal is also to lobby it to other departments. What does it mean for me to be a Smartsheet champion Delivery Hero? So it all started, as I mentioned, when I changed the current system of the reporting projects in our department to Smartsheet. Once we decided to go with Smartsheet, I decided that to each project manager, I will go personally and explain him the new system. And when I saw the big eyes effect, when those project managers saw how Smartsheet works smoothly, how the reminders work and all the workflows, I knew that this will be the system that will be absorbed by Delivery Hero. I also decided that the news will spread by itself. I'm also try to be very helpful to all the questions regarding Smartsheet in our company. But of course, if there are too many questions, I send people to Google or send them to our dashboard so they can ask those questions over there. Also, I organize regular trainings in Delivery Hero. So every quarter we have a training. And my presentation today will be based on our core values in Delivery Hero. Those core values are: we always aim higher, we deliver solutions, and we are heroes because we care. The first value, which is we always aim higher, which means for us that we do not stop once we deliver something, but we always want to give more from ourselves and make our customers happy. For me, the customers are our employees here in Delivery Hero that are using Smartsheet. With this value, I connected, for example, our trainings. So once per quarter, I set up on our workplace information regarding the next training, where people can see what Smartsheet is, because some of those people have never had any contact with Smartsheet, so they can see on the YouTube video what Smartsheet can do for us. I also created a form over there when they can register for those trainings, and also link to our dashboard where we as Delivery Hero give everything regarding Smartsheet to our employees, like information on the demos that we have, who is already using Smartsheet, and so on. Since I started here, I already had 4 sets of those trainings. The next one is already planned for October. So I calculated that already 150 Delivery Hero employees were trained from the Smartsheet, and I always do it as a set. So 3 days. First day is 4 hours for the beginners training. Then the second day is intermediate training, and the third day is advanced training. The agenda is over here. When I started giving the training, it was before the coronavirus, so those trainings were live with people here in the office. So we were limited by the amounts. It was only 16 people maximum. Now with the coronavirus, everything is over the Zoom. So we have unlimited people who can join those trainings. And the last training I also recorded over the Zoom. So if Delivery Hero employees want to see those trainings without the training, they can watch the videos. Another steps that we aim higher that we do is that every second Monday of the week before the coronavirus, of course, we organize the lunches. So everybody who loves Smartsheet can join the lunch and discuss with us the future of the system, the problems that they have, the ideas, what we can do with Smartsheet, and so on. Besides that, we also opened the Smartsheet room on Slack called Smartsheet Lovers. And there people can come join us, ask questions, give ideas, and so on. Besides that, once per year in our department, we organize so-called bazaar, during which employees are telling about the system they are using, the process they are doing, or just showing off their departments. I was asked, of course, to talk about Smartsheet, so I prepared a presentation with the rewards just to make Smartsheet more popular. And my work can be seen here on the Smartsheet Grow. When I joined Delivery Hero in September 2019, this was the amount of the users, Smartsheet users. After 1 year, we have already 1,350 Smartsheet users. The second value that I would like to discuss in Delivery Hero is we deliver solution, which means that we keep the things simple, we do the things done, and we just make our customers feel important and valuable. So here in this value, I would like to present some of the systems that I created for our company. The first one is the PMO and PMI department reporting system for our projects. This is actually how it all started for me with the Smartsheet and Delivery Hero. We had the use case that the projects were reported totally manually. Here is the Google Sheet that was sent every month to every project manager. And then my manager was chasing them to have this filled by the end of this month. And the only information for him whether this was filled or not was this date in red, whether he knew that this is a current month, he knew that it was already updated. Then this information was kept in this portfolio, which is not very readable for our C-level. So of course, everything from the portfolio was manually copied and pasted into this one slide. And that was like totally manual work made by our manager. When we decided to go to Smartsheet, we decided that every project will have his own sheet, and it all works this way that every month, last Friday of every month at 10 a.m., a project manager who is assigned to this project receives a reminder saying that you have 5 days to fill the data regarding your project. The most important is the current project status. Then my manager here, he can see information on the projects when they were updated, because we have here different colors. So if something is in orange, it means it was updated in the last 10 days. If it's green, it was updated in the last 5 days. If something is red, it means that the data was updated there more than 1 month ago. All the health bubbles that you can see here regarding the project status and the budget are copied here. So in this place, on this portfolio, he has most information that he needs from the projects. Also, who is the project manager, what is the health of the project, and so on. All this information from the portfolio is taken to this dashboard that is actually shared with our C-level. So the C-level in one pager can see what is the current situation of all the projects in our PMO, what are the projects, important project achievements, what are the important milestones that are coming next, what are the issues on the critical projects. Everything is taken directly from those sheets that every project manager is filling. The disadvantage of having this direct managed by the projects managers is that if they have any typos in their updates, everything goes here. So they have been trained that whatever information they put into their sheets, it should be always double checked, because our C-level will be able to see that. Here I can see, you can see the feedback from my manager for whom I created the system. As you can see, it saved his work by 50% because he doesn't have to do this manual work anymore.
Thomas, if I can just ask you, so clearly you like quite comfortable now because I can see that you've built so many like reports and dashboard, etc. But how easy was it for you to switch from like the Google Sheets way to deal with the project to Smartsheets? And basically, how long did it actually take you to build those in Smartsheets?
So it was actually my first time when I was playing with dashboards and the reports in Delivery Hero. So it took me some time, but I also treated it as an investment into my career to learn Smartsheet. So spent a couple of weekends on that to build this dashboard, also during my working hours. But I knew that once I will do it, and it took me, I would say altogether like 6-7 days. So 56 hours, I would say. It took me some time, but I knew that this is investment in my time, and I will make it the next dashboards much quicker. And here, for example, I have another system that I created, and that was only a couple of hours, to be honest, because once I learned how to do it, it was really quick to do. So, for example, for our workplace department, I was asked by the director that he needs to have a system that will show him all the projects that are managed by his department, and also what are the tasks assigned to his people, and what is the current situation of those tasks. So here you can see how it's being created, what are the tasks for the next weeks, what are the tasks that are still open for his employees, what are overdue, how much in common all those tasks are assigned, and so on and so on. So the most important for me was also the feedback of our director, because he said that it's not only save his time by 25%, but we managed to do something that was not available before. And as I mentioned before, then it was really quick to do this kind of system for him. Another system worth mentioning is the GDPR ticketing system that I created for our GDPR department. The manager of this department came to me and he said that he is getting the questions regarding GDPR in our company from different sources like email, like Slack or other communicator, and he wants to have one system that all the questions will come from. So of course I use the form for every employee to ask a question. We have a sheet with all those questions there, and there is the workflows that I used. So the ticketing system behaves like ITI standards. So once the ticket is created and it's being assigned to any employee, in the GDPR, the creator of this ticket gets the ticket number information that was assigned, so he can start calculating how much time it takes to solve this ticket. Then this ticket is being answered, and the owner of this ticket can accept the answer and close this ticket, or he can have some further questions. So everything is according to the ITI standard. And of course, the manager sees here how many tickets are being opened, to whom they are assigned, what are the critical tickets, and so on and so on. And also here, the feedback from the colleague of mine, of this manager who is running the GDPR, it makes his life bit simpler. A last system that I would like to discuss is something that I did for our director of GRC. GRC stands for Governance, Risk and Compliance department that I also work for. So our director came to us and he said that he wants to have a system that will collect information regarding the risks from all our entities. We have around 75 entities actually now around the world. So from our entities in the APAC, in LATAM, in MENA and Europe, everywhere there we have the risk managers. So those risk managers every month update their risks in their regions, and everything is assembled here in this one dashboard. And my managers see how many risks there are: operational risk, compliance risk, how many risks there are by APAC, and everything in one dashboard. Also, if we want to go deeper into those risks, we can go by each region. And the feedback from my director was also pretty positive. We also saved him a lot of work. The last value of Delivery Hero that I wanted to discuss and tell us how it's connected with the Smartsheet is we are heroes because we care. And for us, it means that we as a company, we are socially responsible, also very environment friendly. And this is what actually the value of the Delivery Hero that is the closest to my heart. And once I was asked by one of my colleagues to organize event that will integrate our colleagues, because during the coronavirus, everybody was working from home. There was no chance to organize a workshop. And we decided to organize pub quiz. Here is the dashboard of the pub quiz. Actually, it was pretty successful, and it was very simple, to be honest. So everyone in our department had the opportunity to create his own team. The team were divided into different colors, and there was also a captain. So everybody could create a team, put members of this team, and select one of those members. It was successful also because there was real awards. So the winning team got 50 euro voucher for Amazon, everybody. So it was quite a lot of success. So under each team, there is a link to the form, and the captain during the game, he could answer the questions. So he could choose during the question that was read by our colleague, he could choose what is the proper answer. Then the most important, I think, feature of our system was that the questions were, the answers to the questions were calculated live. So we had only half an hour for this entire game, and we managed to answer those 25 questions, sorry. And we already knew at the end who is the winning team. And here is our team, how it looked like after the game. So how it worked, my colleague that was working with me, she had a presentation with all the questions. She was reading the questions and giving the not the proper answer, but giving the answer that could be given to this question. And then everybody had 1 minute. So every team over the Slack or WhatsApp group, they were deciding what is the proper answer. And they were giving those answers. And the best about this system is that it is very simple to use for another department, because all those, the only thing that needs to be changed are the questions in the proper answer matrix. And here are the answers by everyone. So when my colleague was reading those questions and showing those in presentation, I was checking if all the teams already answered their questions. So it's possible to see with all the 6 teams already answered the questions. And then I said, okay, ready. And then my colleague was giving the proper answer and starting reading the next question. So it was very quick and very successful. Here, I just wanted to show very quick the feedback from some of my colleagues. As you can see, it's also pretty positive, so everybody had a lot of fun. Because I'm running also here in Delivery Hero the LGBT community, we are called Proud Heroes Community. I created the user portal for us. So everybody from our community, we have one place with informations, with useful links, with our meetings, with our important projects. We have the information here, who is the core member of our team, who is supporting us, how our budget looks like, what were the things discussed during our monthly meetings, what are the minutes. Here we had information regarding the events that we are organizing as a LGBT community, and also the forum to give new ideas for the new events. And the last system that I wanted to mention is the dashboard that I created for CSD, Christopher Street Day. This is the Gay Pride in Berlin for 2020. Unfortunately, it was canceled this year because of the coronavirus, but we already started working on this project. So here also I had the information regarding all these links, when were our meetings, who was participating in those meetings, also how our budget looks like, and what are the next actions. That would be all from my side. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Thomas. That was great, and it's great to see that you're not only using Smartsheet as like an actual work tool, but also to bring the communities of heroes together. So it's great, and I really love the quiz idea. Maybe I'll steal that for my team. That would be great.
Sure.
Just a quick question though, amongst like your entire experience with Smartsheet at Delivery Hero, what would you say was your biggest challenge along the way?
I think the biggest challenge for me is that people don't know Smartsheet. So whenever I start talking about Smartsheet, they just see it as another system. They don't see the value that it can give them. But once they dig deeper into Smartsheet and they see how it can make their work easy, how much time they can spend, how much money they can spend, it just goes by itself. So I think this is my biggest problem, is always to convince people just to give it a try.
Okay, cool. Well, you seem to be doing a great job with it as our champion. So thank you again for your presentation. And just as a next step for people who are listening to us today, so I just wanted to give you a quick link to our resources. So first, the Smartsheet Help and Learning Center, which is basically where you'll find tons of information about Smartsheet and help article that might help you if you get stuck. We also have a great community answering questions if you need help on that. And the second would be the Mobilizer portal, which is designed for a champion like Thomas. So it gives you a lot of information on how to promote Smartsheet internally and really how to be the go-to person in your company for Smartsheet. So don't hesitate to join that way. So thank you again, Thomas, for your presentation. Thank you everyone for listening, and see you next time.